This episode of the Boss Rush Podcast is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support our family of podcasts, head over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia or search for us on the Patreon app on your smart device. Thanks for helping us build something better. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a Boss Rush Extra here as part of the Boss Rush Podcast. I am your host, Corey Derrigan. Alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
Hello, everybody.
Also here, back, is the wise Wisconsinite, Mr. Jesse Douglas.
How's it going?
This feels awfully.
The boys are back in the building.
This feels awfully old school. How's everyone doing on this Friday evening?
Oh, I'm so happy that I've got the weekend off. It's great to enjoy it.
You have the whole weekend off?
Yes, I got the rest of this Friday. Saturday and Sunday I got fully off. I don't have to go back to work until Monday to like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm just like,
or until they call you tomorrow at like 5 a.m.
Oh,
somebody will show up.
Good night. I'm not answering my phone. Heck, I just got done working 6 days.
Turn it off.
Exactly. Well, I can't turn it off because like you and Corey might text. I gotta be ready for the text. I can just return it with a yes.
It's worth missing our text.
Well, you know what? It's weird because there was a day that I didn't get a text from you or Corey, and I was just like, I've never had a day where I didn't get a text from my besties. Like, and I personally can say I didn't even text you guys or anything. So it was just like, this feels weird, but I hope no one is mad. Because I sometimes get in my mind to be like, I hope everybody's having a great day and stuff.
I'm always mad at you, so I guess I really don't matter.
Why are you mad at me for? What the heck did I do?
I don't know, something, I'm sure. There's probably a list of things.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah. Why not?
So even though I have done nothing, you can't prove anything, you're suspended.
Mm-hmm. It's part of life, Ed. Life's tough. Get a helmet.
But I love you. I do right by you.
TBD on that one.
No, wait, what?
I don't know. So we're all here today. We're doing our founders kind of roundtable just to kind of hang out and catch up and talk about random stuff for, I don't know, 45-ish minutes. Basically, I kind of want to do this at least maybe once a month. Maybe it'll be our Patreon exclusive show and YouTube show later. I feel like we do so many different things now. And Jesse, you're kind of working your way back in from, being away for a little bit that like, I don't know. I feel like we still need to have that connective kind of talk about and just hang out, and I want to, I mean, eventually I would like a Boss Rush Extra to be like a weekly thing, but there's way too much going on now that it's just kind of slotted into that Boss Rush Presents kind of slot right now as the fourth kind of show that we're doing in there. And so I don't know, we're just gonna kind of BS and hang out and do whatever. So yeah, that's where we're at. I really don't have a plan for this at all. I think we're just gonna hang out and talk about games and what we're doing and playing and watching and whatever else, kind of like a mini version of the Boss Rush Podcast, I guess. But I feel like it's important that we kind of get together and do this, just because we don't really get to do this together anymore, even though we're doing it together, Yeah. So
because obviously like I'll chat with Ed every once in a while, but just with my life lately is just kind of a jumbled mess, trying to find normalcy again and, figure things out, trying to, like, not trying to please everyone per se, but like
Hmm.
trying to juggle like all my different friends that have been there, for me in the past year, and making sure I'm good. Like Ed, you were saying something about like, like being, like wondering if we were mad or something because we didn't text you or whatever, just jokingly, obviously.
Hmm.
But like I most of my friends that I think know that, like, sometimes I am kind of like distant when I'm busy. Like, it's not that I'm not thinking about people or, or whatever. But it's also the same goes for any of my friends. Like, if I don't talk to them for like a month, I'm like, it's not hurting my feelings because I know life gets hard and life gets busy, and you can't always you know talk or whatever. But like, so yeah, if I don't you don't get back to me or I don't get back to you, don't worry about it. I'm not mad. I'm just probably just busy or something, trying to figure shit out. Because like you said, Corey, I do want to try to get back into this normal, like a normal, to be a normal thing again. And I'm still figuring things out, still trying to do stuff. I haven't smoked for 6 days now.
Good
Yeah,
job, Jesse.
or
Yeah.
5 days. 5 days, I think it is now. No urge to, don't care, don't wanna ever again. Like, I'm just so done with it. And I want to get a membership to the Y and start working out and stuff again. And I went to the doctor and went through a whole bunch of crap with him, like I always do. I'm so thankful for my doctor that I have, though. Like, he actually sits there and like cares and wants to listen, and
Hmm.
like, like gives you encouragement and things like that. Like, he's more than just a like a doctor. He does feel more like a friend, in some ways, where he tells you the truth, but also, like, you know, gives a shit about like how you're doing, and is like genuinely excited to, to find out when, like if you're doing better or, or whatever. So, like it's just cool having a doctor like that, because I know not all doctors are that way, but
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just been busy, kind of.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that position too, where I'm just trying to figure out the balance now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems hard sometimes, I guess. I don't. It's when you want to do all these things and you
Hmm.
get so caught up in doing one thing that you kind of forget about the other things. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
oh no, I should probably rethink how I'm doing things. And I've been trying to do better at that too. It's
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely, like, and like, like I was saying, we're all good friends, and none of us are going to be upset if something, we can't do something, like, like, that's the thing. Like, I've I've too much in my life I've tried to please everyone, and
Hmm.
that's not a good way to go about things, because you got to take care of yourself. And if they're good friends, they're going to understand that, it's not nothing personal. It's just, you need to focus on yourself and make sure you're, self-love and all that kind of stuff, and taking care of, what's important. So,
yeah,
like, I still struggle with that a lot. Like, I am very much like, I try to be a people pleaser sometimes, and it's not healthy. I know that. Like, I know it's not healthy to do that, because you need to care, I need to care about my needs and stuff too. So, especially when you got kids.
yeah.
Nothing I know anything about.
I'd get a dog, okay?
Do something.
I do something.
He works.
Nap and eat and work. That's what you do.
But I also host podcasts, try to write, and definitely play a lot of games.
Those are his babies.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to get into the relationship thing. So,
if you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/bossrushmedia, and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Deering, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support.
Still don't know what this Pepsi Peeps tastes like. It doesn't taste.
Yeah, sorry. Jesse has some is having a Pepsi problem over here.
Product placement.
This episode is brought to you by Peeps Pepsi. No, I'm just kidding.
We got some Coca-Cola Move.
Okay.
That I tasted 2 days ago, and I'm just like, this tastes like coconut, coconut flavored Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, Coca-Cola, I should say. Don't know if I'm feeling this. It's very weird. There's sometimes when I'm drinking pop or soda for some people, when it hits me, it's that cold taste, and I can't taste it. I kind of gotta wait for it to warm up to get the taste and stuff. But if I could actually taste the flavor and everything, I'd be like, okay, that's good. That's cool. I like where they
some places call soda or pop Coke, no matter what it is.
Yeah, especially down south.
In the south. Yeah.
We actually were ranking Dr. Pepper, like where would we place it and stuff. We were talking about this at work, and I was just like, I think I will put the Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepsi.
Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. I think that cream soda flavor, I think I will put that last with Diet Dr. Pepper next to it. Even though Diet Dr. Pepper is good, I will kind of put that like my second, with Dr. Pepper being the middle. Kind of Dr. Pepper cherry. It's been a struggle between cherry and the strawberries and cream. Which one I like better?
I haven't tried the new one yet.
It's really good. And I like Dr. Pepper cherry. I will say that I do like that, but it's becoming a struggle every time I drink the strawberry one, because I think that one might be the new one for me. But Dr. Pepper cherry is definitely a big contender. It's still every time I buy Dr. Pepper, I always look for that one and everything.
Well, and I'll die by my words that cherry Pepsi is 100 times better than cherry Coke.
That's a lie.
No,
it's a lie.
No, I think regular Coke is better than regular Pepsi, but cherry Pepsi is better than cherry Coke.
I think it's because I cannot taste that wild cherry in Pepsi, because I think of the sweetness.
To me, it's there, and it's very, very sweet cherry flavor.
I could taste
grenadine in it.
Like, definitely when I get Subway, anytime I get Subway, I have to have cherry Coke. But mostly with the cherry Coke from Subway, I do it like the fountain drinks and everything. I don't actually buy the 20 ounce. Like when I'm at work, I can buy the 20 ounce and be fine with it. There's something about, I think, the cherry Coke syrup from the fountain, with that goes so good, so well with a Subway. The wild cherry one, I just like this. If I don't have any cherry flavored things to pick out, and that's my last one, I go with that. Because I just cannot. That Pepsi to me personally, it overtakes the cherry flavor that's in cherry Pepsi. Take it. I was about to say cherry Dr. Pepsi again.
Cherry Dr. Pepsi or
man. It's like those things that people used to like when you would mix all your drinks together at the like at McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
We used
I
to call them,
mix Pepsi and Mountain Dew.
yeah,
when I worked at the
we used to
restaurant.
call them suicides, but
Yeah.
that's probably not something we
Yeah.
should be calling things anymore.
Not PC anymore. Yeah.
I did so I would do Hawaiian Punch and Sprite together at Burger King.
Yeah,
I do
that's
that.
good.
I've tried to mix Fanta orange with the high C orange. I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, Coca-Cola now is kind of like capitalized on that with the freestyle machine where you can mix like 100 different
Yeah.
100 different mixtures together, and they've got like you can go on the app for the freestyle machine and they've got like recipes and stuff that you can send from your phone to the freestyle machine and then it will do it for you.
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
stuff. It's cool. I love the freestyle machines.
Yeah. The first time I seen it was at Burger King, inside of Burger King.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, oh, I could choose, because there were flavors for pops that I like that I've never seen this. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was sort of like Mellow Yellow. Like I only seen that version, the regular version of Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
Then they got like cherry, they got grape, they got orange, they got all of these different flavors. I'm like,
Yeah, and
when did Mellow Yellow start making this?
well, it's not that they did that because they don't do that. It's just because they have those syrup mixture, those flavors inside the machine. It allows you to make those, like, you know. But yeah, I do. I wish that they would sell that like mellow yellow, different mellow yellow flavors, like Mountain Dew does. You know, like because I personally like mellow yellow over Mountain Dew.
And I like Mountain Dew over Mellow Yellow.
That's always got to be the
yin and the yang, or the yin.
It's so weird which Pepsi and which Coke products that we like in everything.
I don't know. When I was little, I always said that I was going to have it. When I grew up, I was going to have a fridge full of Mountain Dew and Cherry Coke, and then I don't even drink either of those anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I drink that stuff, but like, yeah, I definitely have tried to stay away from soda more in general.
Yeah, I mean, the only things I drink are energy drinks now, but and those are arguably worse than in a lot of ways. But you know,
most of the Mountain Dew stuff, and Pepsi stuff I drink at work. Like I do Coke if other people buy it, or I'm at McDonald's or something like that. And Subway, like I said, with the cherry Coke. But most of the time, I'm getting like, if I have a taste for it in a Coke product, I'm getting like the pineapple Fanta. Or if I'm doing Pepsi, it is going to be the Mountain Dew or the melon flavor Mountain Dew or the cherry. I think the cherry, I still love the cherry Mountain Dew and everything.
I've been doing like if I go somewhere that has alcohol, I've been doing the Coke and Fireball, the cinnamon Coke, essentially with alcohol in it.
Cinnamon's the worst. Toothpaste, whatever else.
Cinnamon.
Oh.
Ooh, the Fireball candy, like those really hot cinnamon.
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
Love it.
Hot tamales.
Yeah.
Those two. And I think that is Hot Tamales the Mike and Night. I think Hot
Cinnamon
Tamales
Toast
the Mike
Crunch.
And Night. Oh wow.
Nope.
What about you? You don't like French toast?
No, I'm saying like cinnamon as in like there's the two different cinnamons, right? There's like the
kind of
the red kind of hot weird cinnamon, and then there's like the brown cinnamon sugar stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm talking about the red stuff.
Yeah.
Like the toothpaste flavor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that cress?
That's the worst. Oh, cinnamon.
I think Crest did a cinnamon flavored toothpaste at one time.
I'm sure they still do, and I'm sure it's still awful.
I can't really do a lot of cinnamon and stuff. I like it. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I'll max a box.
Yeah,
I love that. But that's just like if I have choices that's other than cinnamon, I sometimes go with the other choices
Mm.
and everything. Don't worry, Jesse. They get on me because I like dots. Still,
Yeah. Well, who likes dots?
like
You
I
prob-
love dots.
Mm. You
I
probably like
do.
that old timey candy that you have to peel off the paper and half of it sticks on.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about, right?
Oh, I thought
'cause
you were
it's
talking
No.
about I thought you were talking
No.
about the dots in the yellow box.
Yeah, dots in the
Yeah.
yellow box. Yeah, dots are the gummy, like the hard kind of gummy that you. It's like movie candy.
Those
movie
ones
candy.
those ones that like when you bite into it, yeah, they're way too
Yeah,
hard
they're-
and they feel
yeah,
like
they're gut-
they've been expired for 5 years.
they're the sugarless gumdrops. You know how
Yeah.
how they have that
Yeah.
covered.
Okay.
Dots are the
I
ones.
thought, I've this whole time thought you were talking about the ones on the paper that when you peel them off, a piece of paper comes with them that
Yeah.
are just a big thing of hard candy on it or sugar on it.
Originally, I thought that's what it was too, right? Like I
Yeah.
thought that's when he said I like dots. That's what I thought at first, but then I realized he was talking about the ones in the yellow
The
box that are
chewy.
like the little. I don't know.
They're gumdrops, like the little.
Aren't there something like isn't there another brand that's similar called like Jujubes or something like that?
Yeah,
something like
jujubes are like the really thin ones. Not thin
Okay.
ones, like really small ones. I think they're
okay.
square kind of things. Yeah, those I do not like. I don't like the jujubes.
It's like the Red Vines versus Twizzlers thing.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that debate.
Yeah.
I don't know
Red
why
Vines.
people love red vines. But it
it's
sells
like-
it sells out in our store. I think people they were just like, well, that's real licorice. I'm like, this is wax. And I think it's
it's
because
plastic flavored like
Mm.
like
Yeah,
licorice.
give me the cherry flavored twisters. I'm good to go.
It's
Or like the Poland peels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twizzlers pull and peel. The strawberry ones are really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Yeah. I remember when I was at Six Flags, we would get the big long straws, and they had the powder and stuff, and you would tip
Yep.
it and everything. So we would get that was like the professional candy, but the hood candy was
Okay.
the hood no, because it was just like the hood candy was like we would have sugar with Kool-Aid packs in it and mixed up. And people would like get a spoon or whatever and dip it and like eat it that
Light
way
the
for a
bottom on
snack.
fire. of the spoon.
Yeah.
But
And
there
then put
used
it
to
in a
be
needle and inject.
there used to be that one candy. It had the white stick that you would dip in powder and then like go back and suck on it.
Powder.
And everything.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what other way to describe it. Like
Candy.
Fun tip.
that's it. That was it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Fun dip.
the fun dip. Yeah.
Man.
Uh,
I'm glad we spent the first 20 minutes of this episode talking about candy and beverages. By the way,
That's awesome.
I think when I do drink pop, it's root beer. I like a good root beer in like
Mhm.
the bottles, not the canned stuff, but like IBC or Stewart's or Frosties or
Breckers.
yeah, something like that. It's like root beer's the jam.
I still go with A&W, or sometimes if I can find that, I'll go with that. I can't see is it IFC, Corey, that you said?
IBC, yeah.
Oh, IBC.
Yeah, they sell it at like Cracker Barrel and stuff.
Okay, because that one is a hard one to find. I normally can find it in your area, Jesse, or find it in Kenosha,
like Woodman's.
Wisconsin. Yeah, but like here in LA, we don't carry it or anything.
Sometimes,
Because-
if you have liquor stores that also sell soda, they might have it.
They may have it. Yeah, because I know definitely for me, like Barks is up there. I do love a good Barks, especially
Yeah.
with the summertime, like the root beer floats. That's
I used
that's
to
what I
love
mostly
mug.
use.
I used to love mug root beer, but
Oh, mug root
yeah,
beer is-
like you said though, Corey, the bottled stuff is usually way better.
Yeah.
yeah, mug root beer is just like that's low key good. but you got to get it real cold. It's got to be nice and cold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I actually, so like, I know, like, we're just kind of talking about whatever, but like, to somewhat change the topic, I did end up starting, and I've caught up now on The Last of Us, watching the show, just because I haven't played any of the games. I kind of thought about playing the games. I have the first one remastered downloaded on my PS5, but I was just like, my problem is like I consume stuff much easier, and it's easier to pay attention and not get distracted if I watch it in the show form.
Mhm.
And I know some of the stuff has changed and whatever, but yeah, I really like the show. I really like it a lot.
Yeah,
Nice.
I said I'm going to wait till all of it comes out and then like
Comes out, yeah.
buy the
Yeah.
Blu-ray and watch it, because I'm like,
The Blu-ray.
I mean, I could get the 4K version. I normally get the 4K version because of Series X.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just like I kind of had it with the zombie genre of TV and games and stuff. Uh, I don't know. It's just like there's nothing more you could do with this. You're not.
I think though with the TV show, I don't want to compare, because personally I liked The Walking Dead
Mhm.
to a certain point, and then I just kind of I couldn't really take it anymore. It just wasn't interesting me anymore. But I think they do a better job in The Last of Us of focusing on the characters and giving you a little bit of the, like that kind of stuff outside. At the same time, they mix those two things really well.
Mhm.
Where with The Walking Dead, I felt like at one point it's like the zombies weren't really a character anymore. It was just like they're just basically going on about the characters and stuff, and which, I mean, it's fine, whatever, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was done with the Walking Dead of the first season. I'm just like, I'm not impressed by this.
Yeah.
This does nothing for me.
Yeah.
There-
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but like, yeah, a lot of those TV shows that were really popular, like Game of Thrones and
I didn't
Breaking
watch that.
Bad and all
Didn't
those
watch that.
shows, like I just never really I tried. I liked Better Call Saul more, but I still didn't keep up with that either. I don't know. I think it's just like I like sci-fi stuff more.
Mhm.
Like I like the more sci-fi, like stuff like X-Files and things like that. And I
I
don't
think
know,
for
and documentaries.
yeah, documentaries on that. I think for me, it's because I'm such a big anime lover and
Hmm.
everything that I get into more animes or TV shows that I'll see on Hulu or Netflix and be like,
Hmm.
okay, I like this. And then if it's a show that I really love and really like enjoy, I definitely go back to it and watching this stuff.
I'm
And everything.
enjoying that 90s show. I've been watching that and I like
Mhm.
that a lot.
That's good. That's
Hmm.
the one on Netflix, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I do like that one. And it's fun watching some of the stuff, like where the people that that are doing the show and stuff are talking about how much they enjoy getting that they're getting to work with each other again and stuff.
Hmm.
The cast from that 70s or whatever, or that 80s show
That's 70
and
show.
stuff. Yeah, or 70s, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it a lot so far.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, my wife and I have been well, I've been rewatching Ted Lasso with my wife. She's never watched it, and
Okay.
that's a good show. Even if you don't, I mean, it's one of those shows that revolves around sports, but it's not a sports show.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's super good, especially if you need something like super positive in your life.
Yeah, that's
Season
what
3
I've
about to
heard.
start, right? I think
What?
season 3 about to start, right?
Yeah, and on March 15th, I think, is when it starts.
And can you only watch that on Apple?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, I think the first 2 seasons are out on Blu-ray,
Oh,
but
okay.
also right now, Jesse, if you Game Pass perks, you get 3 months free of Apple TV.
Yeah, that's right. I remember seeing that.
And there's a bunch of other cool shows on there too, like Mythic Quest, which is that video game show that's produced by Ubisoft, is actually pretty good. It has the one guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia
Mhm.
and Ashley Birch is in it, and Troy Baker's in an episode. Like, it has a lot of voice actors in it
Oh,
from
okay.
video games
Okay.
making. It's pretty good.
I remember they announced that at Ubisoft's E3, and then just like didn't know when it was coming out. No one talked about it. I'm like, did I miss something with this show?
I mean, it
Like,
was Apple's like second biggest show. It's still like their biggest show since it launched.
but I thought Ubisoft would like promote it and stuff. It didn't
Oh,
feel like it. It may just be me and not looking in certain places, but
I
I
mean,
feel like Ubisoft did it.
they kind of did at first, but then I mean, now Ubisoft is in just all kinds of weird trouble, right? I mean, they still technically
Mhm.
have that Division show or movie in production at Netflix too, and a Splinter Cell show. I don't know. Ubisoft's a mess. Let's be honest.
I'm surprised that Ubisoft didn't do like a Tom Clancy scripted series, uh, way before, or even like an animated movie or something.
Well, I mean, Amazon has all the Tom Clancy stuff, right? They have Jack Ryan and what
Hmm.
Jack
Which is
Reacher
a
and
really good show. I like that Jack Ryan show.
yeah, I hear it's good. I watched the first like 3 episodes and I really loved it, and I never went back. I should probably do
Yeah, I
that.
watched the whole first season. I
Hmm.
really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's just
I love the actor who plays him like that. He's one of my favorite.
who, John
So
Krasinski.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's like he's so good at playing that part. You
He's
know,
the
like
one
I
that
know you
made
know him as The Office or whatever. He's from.
and Quiet Place too.
Yeah, yeah.
that movie, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I know he's the main that does this. Like he's in a chair or something.
There's so many memes. I mean, he's in so many Office memes. It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, man. The Office, that show is good too.
Yeah.
I always forget how good The Office was, and then I'll catch like halfway through an episode on TV when I'm flipping through,
Hmm.
and I'll watch like 10 minutes. Oh man, this show's good.
Her Parks and Recs was good.
Yeah, Parks and Rec is good. Yeah,
I've been watching Fresh Prince because on HBO Max has all those shows
Oh
that I used to love, like Moesha
yeah,
and
all the UPN stuff.
yeah,
yeah.
I loved all that stuff so much.
But that's all on Netflix, I think. Still,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
man,
A lot of that
Mo-
stuff is everywhere at this point.
Yeah.
for the Black community, Moesha, the Parkers, um, in
Holy
Living
shit,
Color.
she was so hot.
uh,
I had such a crush on her.
Who on Brandy?
Yeah,
Who
Oh.
didn't back then?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Her, but like for me, it was it was Fresh Prince on Fresh Prince, the younger sister who would have been, or well, younger cousin, because technically
Ashley.
those are his.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she, like when I was, I was basically her age when that show was on. So like I think she was like one of my first like TV crushes.
I don't
Man,
know if I
Fresh
ever had
Prince.
a
That
TV.
show was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
What'd you
Dude,
say?
like
Ed?
because
I said I don't know if I had a TV crush.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
did. Who
I
didn't?
think it was because I was laughing so much and everything.
yeah.
You can
Yeah,
laugh and love at the same time, Ed.
Yeah, I
I
was
think-
watching that.
Go ahead. Jesse.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was watching the episode of Fresh Prince where there it was Carlton and yeah, is it Carlton and Will were applying for a fraternity in the college,
Oh,
and they go to the one that's, like, that's like basically like an all black, like fraternity, and like, they're all like the main guys, like, us brothers have to stick together, but they didn't like Carlton because he didn't act like, like he was a brother, and so then they talk about, how, or Will Smith like says, like, like, what does it matter, like, how he acts, like, he's a brother, like, like, the way he acts doesn't make him not one, and, and all this, and then the uncle is like, talks about, like, once we start making money and stuff, like, all of a sudden we're not, part of the black community, essentially, and there's this whole big, important story there. I'm like, man, like, when I was younger watching this, that stuff, like, didn't really resonate, because I'm like, like, not, still a little bit of ignorance, I guess you could say, to that, what's going on and stuff in that community. And I'm like, man, this is, I should keep watching this more, and now, and see it through a different perspective than when I originally watched it, because there'll be things that will resonate more clearly now. But
it's so crazy that
as a white person, who then, is just kind of like clueless to.
But I think the thing about it is just like, as a black person watching The Fresh Prince, of course you would kind of understand and see the writing
Mhm.
and the themes and stuff.
Mhm.
But like, even like for me, I like All in the Family was a show that I used to watch on Channel 50 before I go to bed and everything. And I know that was a old 60s, 70s show and stuff, but it was showcasing how there are certain white males who are fathers and stuff who act the way that Archie Bunker did. And seeing how they go about stuff, with uh the things that happen with Edith and everything, and just seeing that, like, you as a black person, you just like, man, it's stuff like this going in certain white family homes. And to be honest, like, yeah, this is stuff that we don't know, because as we're known for the streets and stuff and all the problems that's in the streets in our neighborhoods. But when we see like some of the middle class,
Stereotypes.
yeah, but when you realize it and see how, yes, it's done in a comedic style, but like, when you see it and the audience is quiet and like the show ends, it's a poignant moment. It's a big moment to be like, oh wow, they really hit, that really hits hard. That really hits us or the viewer. Like, it really truly makes you think, like, how is a person like me in the 90s as a kid, teenager, watching the show in the 70s and getting it? Like, I don't deal with the stuff that they deal with, but
Yeah.
yet I get it, even though it's a white family and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining. Oh, go ahead.
You know what? Also, like, I need to catch back up with it again, but like, I think it like does a profound job of really tackling some of the things that people go through in the black community. Black
Hmm.
Lightning, that the show Black Lightning, they do a really, really freaking good job of like talking about, like, like, just certain things and stuff, that, and giving the honest perspective of the black community, and like, just talking about those hard situations. Like, I think they did a really good job on that show of kind of informing, you know uh to an extent, like people like me who I try to stay informed, but there's always stuff to learn. Like, there's always room to improve and learn more about cultural norm or differences and whatever, but I thought they did a really good job on that show, like that. And it's just a good show in general too. Like, I love the characters in Black Lightning.
They did what, 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons,
I think they've done a couple. Yeah, I haven't kept up with it.
3.
I think they did 3 seasons, but then I think the first I don't know. I think it was one of the first of the DC shows to be canceled,
which kind of sucks because then it was a good show.
Yeah, and then it just started domino affecting all the way down, right? I mean, now Flash is the last one, right? Because DC's taken over.
Yeah, and I mean, Gotham ended only because that was done.
Yeah.
Man, Gotham
was a really good show.
I like Gotham. I know a lot of people didn't really care for Gotham, but I loved Gotham.
Gotham is weird in a sense because the first season was hot. Okay, thank you. But I think once it got to like the 3rd or 4th season, it was just like, I don't know. I think it felt like it lost its premise of what it's supposed to be about with Gotham.
I mean, I do think they got caught in this. Hey, we have to introduce all the villains before Bruce becomes Batman, right?
Yeah.
But like, I actually really thought like the Joker arc was cool. I think Cameron Monaghan is like one of the better on-screen Jokers in my opinion. The fact that he pulled off 3 different Jokers in that show essentially.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it.
I've been watching the 4th season of the Titans on HBO. That's really good too.
Yeah, I watched that first season. I really liked the first season, and then I never watched past the first season.
Oh wow!
I thought it got really good. It gets better, but
yeah, man, there's some good shows out there. I mean, it's time. There's no time. Maybe if I didn't do 500 podcasts a week, maybe that would help me free up some time. But
well, like I told Corey Jesse that I bought the Halo TV show on Blu-ray.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop it in and watch it because I know everybody gave their opinion that they don't like it and stuff, and I kind of want to pop it in and watch it and see because I'm not a big Halo player. Like,
that's funny. LaRon said he really liked it, and he's not. It seems like the people who don't play Halo liked it, and the people who play Halo didn't like it.
That's what it's saying. So yeah.
To me, that just says it's the internet. Make your own opinion.
Yeah. So I cannot wait to pop it in and watch. I had it for a while, but I just need to sit down and literally watch it. I still got movies and stuff that are still in the packaging that I just need to pop in my Series X and just hit play and then focus and watch and everything. Like, I still got to go back to some of the Star Wars movies that came out because like Rogue One was the last one that I seen. Rogue One is so good.
Rogue One was good. Andor was good too. You should watch Andor.
I've only watched like the first episode of Andor because
oh man, dude, Andor, like episode 3 on, it's the best show on Disney Plus in my opinion.
Yeah, my mom's got Disney Plus, so I'm gonna have to watch it and everything. I kind of want to have I want to get probably get all the movies because I got from 7, 8, and 9. I got like most of all of them caught up. But I need to get episode 1 through 6 and just like sit down and watch them all. My mom, she sometimes does this on a Saturday that she'll sit down like 9 o'clock in the morning and watch all the Star Wars movies and everything.
Yeah, man, Andor is so good. I like. It was the rare time where I like wanted to start the show over. When it was over, I was like, man, I could really watch that again. It was so good.
How many episodes? Like 7 or 8?
No, it's their longest show too. I think it's 12 episodes.
Oh wow! So like an actual season.
Yeah, and they're like an hour a piece. So
Oh,
It's
interesting. That's
it's
cool.
really good, especially if you like Rogue One. It's like because it's a
Mhm.
prequel, right?
Mhm.
And it's going to be 2 seasons, and it's a prequel to Rogue One. So I think the second season is going to lead into the beginning of Rogue One. I think is how they're kind of planning it. So
And what about the Mandalorian? Like season?
season 3 is coming out in a week or so.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm excited for that.
I remember how when Disney Plus was doing their shows, everybody was like on it, and then it just seems like it like kind of went away quietly. Like a lot of
What
people don't talk about a lot of shows on Disney Plus.
I
I
mean,
mean, they haven't
I
had a show in a while. Their last show was Andor. I think their last big show,
yeah,
and
yeah.
She-Hulk
Okay.
also. I think She-Hulk left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I didn't
Well,
really care for She-Hulk, but
was it
it was.
too goofy or just not?
It's just it was kind of weird, and the CGI was pretty bad, to be honest. And like anytime Hulk was in the picture, like they used the model that was in the movie, so it looked like 10 times better than everybody else. It was just I don't know, it was a little weird. And the CG was bad, like real bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I know, like the super fans out there of Marvel will think differently, but like honestly, I think the only Marvel show that I really enjoyed was the what's it called with the chick who ends up becoming the witch or whatever.
Oh, WandaVision.
Yeah,
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yeah, that's the only show like that I've. That's the last one that I enjoyed. Like I did not like the low key one.
Yeah, I
I
didn't like
didn't
Loki
like.
either.
I didn't like. I their shows like don't hit with me. Like DC shows do much better with me, but then it's the other way. Like I like a lot of the DC movies, but I do admit that the Marvel movies are better in a lot of ways.
The DC animated does the good ones, and Marvel
Yeah.
does the
Well,
cinematic, which is
yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
now becoming a
movies.
little
Yeah.
problem for uh the Marvel Cinematic Universe because of I guess Ant-Man is very decisive. Like some people liked it, some people did it. This new one from what people
I'm
said, and
actually,
I'm just like, I do want to
Yeah.
go see it. I do want to like sit down. I'll probably go Sunday, and go and watch it. Let's see.
I also think that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been going on long enough now. I mean, you think about it, it's seven. No, what? When was Iron Man? 2008, 2006, 2008,
I think so.
2008. Like it's 15 years. There are people who like grew up watching that or are now in that oh I hate everything phase. That when it changes,
Yeah, 2008, Corey, Iron Man film.
yeah. And so like I really liked Miss Marvel and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I actually really like those shows. I just think there's too much going on all the time to the point
Mm.
where like Marvel actually addressed it and they're only releasing 2 shows and they pushed movies back. Like there's only 3 Marvel movies this year and 2 shows. So like, I mean, they're
What
scaling back.
wasn't there like a lot of us because they had like was it a conference or they did something where they showed all the movies that were coming
Yeah,
and
at
everything?
yeah, it was at D23, the
Okay.
Disney conference. And so they're like moving everything around and kind of restructuring the show side of things because
Mm.
dude, they released in the last 2 years, they released like 11 shows or something ridiculous.
Oh
And
wow.
I think people were just tired, which
Yeah.
I agree with. I think there was a lot of Marvel and it's just super overwhelming now. And like, if you're trying to get people back in with like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, you got to rein it in a little bit before you before you start going all out again,
So
And
for
I
me,
get
out of the go ahead, Corey.
and I get you're trying to introduce a lot of characters, right? Like the Young
Mm.
Avengers and replacing characters with like, Captain America and Black Widow and like you're just replacing them with the newer versions of them and introducing new characters and trying to make other characters more prominent in your universe. It's just like you have time to do that. Just slow down. So that's
Yeah.
that's my opinion, I
Yeah.
guess.
And I'm actually this weekend, hopefully, I'm gonna be going with my friends, and we're gonna go pick up the new Marvel tabletop game that's got like the miniature figures, kind of like
Mm.
what the heck is that, Warhammer, where you have to paint them and stuff yourself.
Well, that's cool.
But they've got a game, and like all the characters and stuff are all included with the game, I guess. And then you can kind of put like whatever outfits or whatever you want on them, whatever colors you want it to be and stuff. And we're gonna try that this weekend, hopefully. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Nice. I could say out of the X-Men movies, since you mentioned that, Corey,
Yeah.
I think the Wolverine is still the best movies out of all. Like besides X-Men 2, I love X-Men 2. I that movie is so good. It's still like a top tier classic. But like for some of the X-Men themselves, I think the Wolverine is really really good. That just that whole movie is just shot in the way that it looks. It's just amazing. I'm like, oh, I know some of the stuff is taken out of the comics, but y'all really did a good job out of this.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah. I mean, I think I know like Hugh Jackman is a large human being, and I know that Wolverine's only like 5'5". But I think he's gonna be like him, and obviously Patrick Stewart as Professor X are just gonna be iconic forever, and you're never going to be able to replace them. Even it's like, I don't know, man. I really like those. I really like the X-Men movies, and I know that's like they're not very good, but I still really like them. Halle Berry's Storm. I actually like the girl who played the younger version of Storm in the newer movies too. Yeah. I thought she was really good. Remember the first X-Men movie when Halle Berry for like half the movie had some kind of weird Egyptian/British accent, and then she just stopped halfway through the movie?
Yeah. Which reminds me, I still haven't seen Catwoman.
You don't need to.
I kind of want to see it. No, I know everyone says popcorn, fun, and it's...
Who says that?
I don't know. Sometimes there are movies that, are quote-unquote bad that is so good.
No.
So some people just sometimes say that, oh, it's a good, nice popcorn movie. Something you throw on and play in the background.
No. It's bad.
I finally watched all the way through because I had started it multiple times, and it wasn't that I was bored with it. It was just every time I tried watching it, I had something else going on. But I finally watched the new Batman movie all the way through, and I really, really liked that one a lot.
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, I really liked it. Because I thought all the people that played the different characters did a really good job. I like the Catwoman in that movie.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz in that movie is great.
Yeah. And I like Robert Pattinson. I like, it's his name is, obviously linked to the Twilight series and stuff, but I do think he's a good actor. I thought he did a good job as Batman.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good too. His haircut, he could have gotten a haircut. But other than that, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch the movie. I'll have to pick it up and watch it.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, I think it's because the Batman, Batman is supposed to be handsome and stylish when he's Bruce Wayne, and and it's his style and hair and all that in the movie is supposed to be closer to like modern days, like kind of stylish or handsome or whatever. But
I know the Christopher Nolan, the third Batman movie in his trilogy, I fell asleep. I was just like, this is not entertaining. And
you didn't like that you couldn't understand Bane at all?
Yeah. I was just like, I tried watching that movie and I was knocked out in the first 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I can't with this.
Yeah,
This is not good.
I enjoyed it, but yeah, it definitely was not my favorite of the trilogy.
Yeah.
The second one, I think, is everyone's favorite, but
It's, you know what? It's not mine neither.
oh,
And I think
I like the second one a lot.
I think it's good, but I don't like I don't like the Joker the way that he's portrayed in that one. Like I didn't laugh until uh he was the nurse in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like that whole section. I'm like, okay, that's Joker right there. And I think it's because of me watching, you know, Batman the animated series and watching the color version of the Batman TV show and stuff. Like Joker is a fool. He doesn't give monologues and he doesn't speak like he's a grandpa missing his teeth, like his dentures. I'm like, come on now, Christopher Nolan. You should know.
well,
I think the second movie is the only one worth watching. I hate the first one too. The first one, I just couldn't get into the first one.
I'm actually gonna, I think, have Max watch the earlier Batman movies. And the reason why is, so I have like one of those, the little miniature all metal cast like Hot Wheels, like kind of cars of the Bullet Train. And I was trying to explain to him, because I'm like, see, that is the second form of the Batmobile. There's pieces that were on the side of that popped off. And I said, I used to have the Batmobile where the sides would shoot off the side, and then it would just shoot forward in the Bullet Train, you know, and stuff like that. And I was trying to explain it to him without actually showing him. So I'm like, no, I gotta watch the movies with them sometime. Because I loved those movies. I
The
still
one
like
with
them.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I've never seen them.
No? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you must watch Batman and Batman Returns from Michael Keaton. They're so
See,
good.
that's what people keep telling me, but every time I like look at it, I'm like, this looks not fun.
It is campy.
The project,
it is cheesy.
It's yeah,
but
it was the product of the '90s. Like,
yeah.
I get it, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
I think
weird.
you just gotta sit down and watch it. Just give it.
Well,
give
we're
it
just
your all.
spoiled now. We're spoiled. Everything's just like so much.
Get you your
so
fat,
much better.
Get your fatty fat burrito. Have a seat and watch Batman. Because I remember, you know, Seal, how the Kiss from the Rose from the Grave, how Prince really helped the soundtrack.
No.
Yeah, like Party Man was big. Like, and definitely when Six Flags got the Batman roller coaster, and everybody and Party Man used to come on because they used to play the soundtrack on a lot of Prince songs when it first like debuted. No matter what race you were, everybody was in the line dancing for almost a 2-hour wait to get on that roller coaster.
I forget. Was it Taco Bell? Did they do a Batman? The Batman like promo at Taco Bell, was it, or was it Burger King? Because was it, maybe it wasn't even the Batman. You remember the cups where it had the thing on the side and you twist it, and then it would make it look like it's moving.
I'm pretty sure it was Burger
I don't
King,
remember if they did those for Batman, but
Burger King did those cups for a lot of movies in the 90s. Because I remember they did
Last
like
Action Hero. I think they did.
They did quite a few of the old school movies. So
yeah.
Back to food again.
Good times. Back to food. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up. But I want to thank everybody for watching or listening to this Boss Rush Extra. Remember, you can get this episode 2 weeks early on patreon.com/bossrushmedia. We're gonna try to do this once a month, so come hang out. It'll be fun. I promise. You'll hear about snacks and food and maybe a game or two once in a while. Who knows?
Yeah.
So-
A mixture of current and standard definition put together.
Oh no. Okay. Well, man, Standard Def is a show that I really want to bring back at some point too, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, follow us at Boss Rush Podcast, at Boss Rush Network, at Boss Rush Media. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
The Boss Rush Podcast is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. This show is produced, written, and directed by me, Corey Dierig. My co-hosts are Stephanie Klimov, LaRon Dawkins, and Edward Varnell. You can find Stephanie at Klimov_author on Twitter and Instagram, as well as on the EXP cast. You can find LaRon at Exodus803 on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, and also on Crossroads, the video game podcast. You can find Edward at ThatRetroCode on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting Nintendo Palblock. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at IamCoreyInHD, and find me hosting Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast, and co-hosting Nintendo Palblock. Find the Boss Rush Podcast on all social media platforms at Boss Rush Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.